Okay,
All right.
I hear you clearly though. Well, I don't have much to say. Let's get into the first game and then we can actually talk about whatever.
Good
Uh,
stuff. Stuff, mate.
Hope you are ready for this series. This is a very interesting series.
Yeah, for sure. So, what do you expect, mate?
I would expect Norse Wars for sure. Maybe, maybe I see TheRapl going Greek. Maybe I see Suppe going Samra. Well, that's just my theories.
Yeah, I would expect Soup to go Loki. Maybe go for a rush. For TheRapl, yeah, the obvious choice would be Odin. So far, he has been undefeated in Odin Wars this tournament.
Okay.
So I expect him to go Odin. So Odin versus Loki would be my guess. And that's gonna be super all in. So yeah. It's gonna be fun though, an all in game.
For sure, for sure. Seems like TheRapl is taking his time.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you a little bit louder. How can I do that? Yep. Can you say something again?
Maybe now? Better?
Yeah, now it's perfect. Now it's perfect.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, there we go. First game.
Nice.
And as I... Oh, nope, not as I predicted though. This is Suppe going as Zeus on Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting pick. What do you have to say about it?
I think Zeus can rush extremely hard. If the Zeus goes for the 4 minutes build order, he can go for second Minotaur, puts one military barrack and one archery range. He will make a lot of military very early on, 2 heroes. I think that rush is going to be devastating. And the gold mine, it's pretty close to the town center, however. So I think it is defendable for TheRapl, but I'm not really sure how he will react to the rush.
Well, I will use what my good friend Maiden says. Can I tell you something about what you analyzed earlier? There is no way Suppe manages to get up at 4 minutes with just 2 giraffe in his base.
Oh, that's a good point.
The least amount of food the Greeks need to go up 4 minutes is 3 giraffes, 900 food. There is actually 2, and now Suppe is sending forward to those zebra and those gazelle. It is a very good hand pack, but still 4 minutes is, for me, is for now out of the equation.
I think he can manage to go 4-5, right? With this second granary. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. I think that's possible.
Will depend on Forstrop where he will kill the second giraffe. With second granary, you need the animals to be right beside the granary in order to actually gather efficient, so you don't have walking time. It's a very tight build order with a second granary. I'm not opposed to that, but I would like, it's better to go up 416 for me, or even 424 with Jason out. I would really like that, because the hero and the bolt secure the hunt up until you get your military buildings out. On the other side, TheRapl, for some reason, he knows that there is the 2 giraffe spawn and he goes for a very back temple. I'm not feeling really good about it, because right now TheRapl is playing this very defensively. I would like to see him, it's a little bit psychological to see the temple right beside the town center. I would like to see that the temple to the tower maybe protect the gold mine a little bit from the top. Because if Suppe sees this, actually I think he will go all in for an attack on the second hunt and probably after that on the gold mine.
I think which is a good thing is that there's some backward hand for TheRapl. And one of the things I really like is that Suppe went for 4-15 build order with the Jason. So one of the things you actually advised him, he's doing it right now. So he can put a little bit of aggression on the foot villagers. He will deliver some idle time, and I think that's pretty good for him.
Yeah, for sure. He will just get all those villagers back, or even cause a lot of damage. I mean, this is actually really worth it right now because there is the ball to back up this hero.
Yeah. I think Suppe is having a pretty good start right now. Alright. So now he's backing a little bit. He needs the extra damage on Jason. Now he has it. The Ulsark might actually die. He needs to fight with the Jason. He cannot lose it though. Moving out. And the Valkyrie is running straight to the military barracks. But however, Zeus has a bolt. So it shouldn't be that much of a problem. And Suppe is opening with one military barracks. I don't see a second military building. Will he go for a... Oh, there it is. Indeed, the archery range. He goes for the archery range.
Yep, I would like to see the bolt. Yep, there we go.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Also, if he was a little bit... Oh, the second Minotaur, as you said, but I'm really curious to see if actually Suppe can pull that off, because we have also the backhand. I mean, there is only 5 gazelle, but on the other side we have 4 herses, and this is a very bad timing for TheRapl to go and build that house with everything that he has in military numbers. I don't think... Okay, he is going for towers, never mind. Thing is that TheRapl, if he went for the temple right where the longhouse is, and the longhouse just in the front of the gold mine, he would be a little bit better in terms of to defend the gold mine.
I'm not really sure if I agree on that Raven, because you will probably lose the longhouse pretty easy to the hoplites. So that's also a risk. I actually like the backward temple. You will prevent an all-in on your town center, and you can never lose the temple, and you want to keep it as long as possible.
I mean, if you place the longhouse where actually that raiding cavalry died, both of the towers are close enough to fire. So maybe yes, maybe not. This is a very small detail right now as how the game has progressed so far.
So far, not many units died. I saw 1 raiding cavalry dying, and I think 1 took Sodis. So that is pretty even so far. I'm not really sure if Suppe knows where TheRapl is hunting. Not really sure if he scouted the backward.
He scouted earlier with the Kataskopos. He knows. And thing is that Suppe was housed and now TheRapl is housed. And he's building on the back. Generally speaking, and you know that better than me, that Norse have to have more population than the Greek in order to fight.
But I think it's not possible for Greek to fight when there are the wall chips over there. And you can never see it easily.
Yeah, if somehow TheRapl forces a restoration there, it's a big win.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, Suppe is going for that hunt. And TheRapl has to go back. He is still housed. He's now building a house. On the other side, Suppe is now starting to build his houses. So something that we have seen also in this tourney, top tier players getting housed.
Yeah.
Anything to say about that?
Well, I'm one of the guys that got housed in like 3 games already. So, but I sleep very little at night, so that's my excuse. I think um, when you're playing a game like this, you're not really focused on housing. You're like trying to interpretate the information you have, making decisions, that kind of stuff. Trying to micro well, dodging arrows, and that kind of stuff. So getting housed every now and then, it shouldn't happen, obviously, at this kind of level. But yeah, on the tournaments, things get a little bit tight, so it can happen.
Okay. One thing that I noticed, they have the same amount of villagers, but TheRapl right now has 7 dwarfs, which means that in terms of economy, he's a little bit ahead right now than Suppe.
Yeah, he's a little bit. But the thing is, will he be able to secure a second second gold mine? Because there is 700 left, slightly less than 700 less. So right now he needs to go Scali in order to get his second gold mine going.
Yes, but I think right now he's aiming for heroic. He needs to secure a second gold mine with the frost.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's gonna work though. I feel like Soap should right now switch into booming, make a second town center, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Or you have to upgrade all of your army and go for the all-in. And then just face tank Frost, who would not lose the Minos, that would be huge for him.
Yeah. Okay, very close to losing the Jason there. Just 14 HP left. On the other side, Suppe is happily hunting around the map. He's hunting on the top, he's hunting in the middle. It's really decent. He has started transitioning into farms, but he will be a little bit late in terms of advance time. As for TheRapl on the other side, just 200 gold left on that mine, which means that he will go on the right side in order to get that food too, and just secure that spot. That's what his movement tells me right now. Yeah, he's going for the hill fort there on the right.
Alright, so the Hilford is gonna get on the second gold mine. It will give him some breathing room. And the thing is, what is Soup gonna do? Is he going for the heroic and try to fight it with an heroic each time himself? Or will he leave it and go for a boom?
Well, at this point, when you are 1-1 TCs, you need to force the frost. You still have restoration, and then if Suppe can have a second gold mine safely gathered there on the left, let's say, he can just go for a semi-fast Hera and get Lightning Storm on top of that gold mine. That would be devastating because we are 1-1 TCs.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is a problem that Suppe really don't need to do that. He will get frost, but unfortunately for TheRapl, the hill fort goes down, and this will delay his Mythic Age timing.
For sure, but he has the resources to make a second hill fort, right?
Yeah, that's why he will get delayed in Mythic Age timing. And I don't know what's your opinion on it, but what do you think about Tyr and Hera on 1-1 TCs?
I think Hera 1C is very wise to do, because you can instantly elite the Norse army, and Tyr, it doesn't bring a lot extra. So personally, I prefer heavy upgrade on your inventory and the Throwing X-Men upgrade of Skadi. Those kind of things are slightly better in my opinion.
Look at this cleanup from Suppe.
Yeah.
Look at the population right now. 62. I mean, this is not worth it in any universe, in any game. Because
agree.
TheRapl now, excuse me, is going for the second town center, and this will be a further step ahead for Mr. Rapl. Okay.
Alright.
I see Heroic, I see Husband Replow from Suppe. I see just 9 farms right now, just 1 Gazelle left, and I see heavy infantry. I'm not really opposed to this, but I would like to see a second town center more than a heavy infantry right now.
I think heavy infantry is really important for both the players, to be honest.
Yeah, but he sees that TheRapl got a second TC. You cannot really afford to let your opponent go even for a third town center right now, as TheRapl does. You should be able to predict when your opponent is Norse. He wins a fight and he's getting a second TC. Either he's going for a third TC and then for a Ragnarok, or you are going for a second TC and you are trying to go high first. But Suppe right now, I really don't like this fight from him.
Yeah, he got caught. He didn't expect it, apparently, the army to be there. So he ran straight into it. Suppe is losing villagers at the back versus Huskrals. He's losing his army right now. Yeah, everything is falling apart for him.
Yeah, no medium upgrades on his Toxotis hearts right now.
Yeah, that's tough for him. That's really tough. Alright, so Suppe has some farms going. There it is.
And yeah, Suppe decides to tap out. He sees the second TC, he sees the third TC with the Pegasus. He says, I'm not gonna get back on this anytime soon.
Yeah, and he was right about it. Red Sun Center was almost up on. I think the wall chips, they did a really good job at defending the gold banner raffle. And from that point, there was enough hand for him to go to the heroic age. And yeah, when you're Skadi and you have the hill port up, there is no reason for Odin to lose. So yeah, I didn't really agree with the attack Suppe did, but he had to do something. He was behind, so doing nothing is gonna be GG as well. So you have to go for a cheeky start.
Yeah, but still, I feel like an Underworld play would counter the Frost right now. He could do that, or he could just fortify his forward TC, get that town center up. His gold mine is really defendable with a kind of walls there up the hill and the forest.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of a different game, but the KD was absurd for TheRapl. Really nice job.
Alright, so now I'm gonna use your scoreboard, Raven. So to the viewers on my stream, Raven made me a very sick scoreboard, very sick other stuff. So everything designed for my stream is all from Raven. And once again, first time I speak to you since. Thank you very much. It's really cool.
No, it's okay. It's my pleasure to do stuff like this. It was my job after all.
Nice. A job you're pretty good at. So let me know the text. So player right is TheRapl, and player left is Suppe. And then we have score right is 1 and score left is a 0. There it is. Yeah, it's looking good. Can you lower your mic volume from ops? Is it my microphone that's too loud, or is it the microphone from Raven, the co-caster, that's too loud? Oh, he wants from OBS. Yeah, I can do this as well. Like this. Like this, I think.
Give me a moment.
I think it should be good now, guys. So let me know in my chat if everything is better now or worse, or bar shouldn't be in the red. Yeah. I think I did fix it now. All right. So second game we have is Door. That is nice. And on the other hand, we have Odin once again. And the map is gonna be Wedge Rainbow. Move. Are you here, Raven?
Yeah, I am here.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about someone out of those two going for Thor, actually on Watering Hole. I think Thor has slightly better eco than Odin as the game progresses. And I think on a map like this, also you have the Dwarven Armory, so you can have like a lot of armory upgrades early on. And if things get tough, you can also get even more lines in classical age. I would like to see raiders from both sides. Maybe a TC grab, something like semi-fast mythic from both of them. But I'm really curious to see if the game progresses that far, what the mythic age will be.
I expect Suppe to rush actually in this matchup. He's a pretty good rusher, one of his most comfortable starts. He knows the build order very well, even made a YouTube video on it. So he can up really fast maybe, and then just try to play aggressive. However, this map generally is a pretty defensive map. So he can also just decide to build in his back, go for the raiders, and then just go for the extra armory upgrades that, as you pointed out, are cheaper for him than they are for TheRapl.
Okay.
He might actually find the Ulfsark, while he just missed it. Did he?
Oh, he found it.
He found it. Yeah. Not gonna be good.
Thing is that Odin Ulfsark always wins against the Thor one.
Why so?
Odin has the regeneration.
Ah, that's true.
Hey, you're the Norseman!
Yeah.
I'm joking. Well,
I'm really good at reading stats and that kind of stuff. I always just play on how I feel like.
Yeah, you're playing with instinct. I know.
Yeah.
You guys that can play with instinct and at the same time play at this level, I really admire you.
Thanks. Alright, so it's a pretty cheeky wall coming in. Suppe, he goes for the second Ulfsark and goes for a forward build. I kinda like it though.
It kinda secures those elephants if he's able to secure the area. Secures 4 elephants plus 2 lions. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's pretty easy for TheRapl to take the hippos on the left. Because he has 3 hippos forward and he has 3 hippos on the left, next to a second town center. And I think those are pretty well placed as well, and pretty easy for TheRapl to take. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if Suppe won't be able to push him off hut.
Look at what Suppe actually does right now.
Yeah, steady.
He's walling and he's walling Rappling.
Yeah, it's nice, but there's no gold mine over there. He's only the 9.
Yeah,
takes up the gun now. And it's pretty expensive to wall like this.
Yeah, he's trying to cut off the right side, so he says that my only focus will be on the left. Yeah. And if it's gonna be on the right, I will have the head starting order to search on the right and not go for the left. On the other hand though, TheRapl has a really good second gold mine. It's a fantastic second gold mine.
Yeah, for sure.
The equivalent of TheRapl gold mine for Suppe is on the right side of his base.
Yeah.
So yeah, TheRapl has a really decent map for this matchup. But Suppe is trying to actually turn around this and get all the middle with all those elephants. Those elephants are like 3k food. It's a lot.
Yeah. So might actually lose the villager up here. Will he micro? Can he out micro this?
Oh.
It works for him. We'll get it out.
Okay. He managed to get it into the tower. I nearly missed that.
But it's some idle time.
It seems like Suppe has a little bit of delay to react. I mean, I think he played Ulysses right before the series.
He did.
I don't really know the score, so please don't spoil it for me.
I won't.
So, okay, some hits on the scaling there. Suppe has managed to take control of the middle. I really like this.
I think the biggest difference right now is that Suppe is going for some throwing X-Men, while TheRapl is just making raiding cavalry. So, unless you're gonna push hard with the throwing X-Men, the raiding cavalry are more useful. So, when I see a matchup like this, it is up to Suppe to put some pressure on, and not get outrated by the bigger amount of, the higher amount of. Alright, now he's catching some of the raiders. It's a pretty nice play by him, dealing some damage. He's not gonna kill one, but some damage out is obviously very good, so his villagers can turn on the low HP raider.
Okay. Also, Suppe is housed again.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
He's behind the population, and TheRapl knows where the villagers are. He's probably gonna lose an Ulsark as well.
Yep, there we go. Also,
Right
there
now?
is a very low HP villager in the front where he's hunting. So I don't know if TheRapl knows about it, but there we see a second group of raiders on the other side. Suppe is trying to harass the forward hunt from TheRapl. Okay, there we go, a nice round there on the villagers. He could actually take this fight and even win it.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think this is not a good forest fire.
Oh, the medium cavalry are coming in as a pretty good upgrade and a pretty nice timing. Suppe's gonna try and turn it. He wants to fight it. If he's gonna lose his hunt, it's gonna be over.
He will lose. TheRapl wins this. I don't know why he's going back though. I think he's gonna play it safe, but I think this fight is with one Valkyrie and 8 medium raiders. It's just winnable for TheRapl here. I mean, they are throwing axemen and hearses. They are not Ulsarks.
I agree with that.
Okay, maybe a villager pick off. There we go.
Villager died. Alright. So TheRapl is like 5 villagers in front right now. That's a pretty good position he is in right now. And he has 2 hunt packs going on. One forward and one on the left. That's also going great for him. And he didn't lose any raiders yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, all of Suppe's army is occupied with those raiders, while the other... We see another group going with some trolls going forward. Do you think that actually the trolls can make a difference here?
Yeah, trolls are very good in Norse Wars. For sure. They do good damage, but can he take it?
Oh, he's going for the hunt. Okay, never mind. He turned around.
So he cannot lose the trolls. He cannot lose the trolls. They are really, really important for him.
Thing is that also with the raiders coming back, now the mobility with thundering hooves comes through. There is a nice delete of the longhouse there to free the spot in order for all of this army to start dying. And I think Suppe overreached here with just a group that has 2 trolls and some units that can die very easily to what the composition of TheRapl is right now.
Trolls need to be stacked together. If not, they are useless. You need like 4 of them together, and then you can have throwing X-Men to out micro the Hersiers. But losing the trolls, it's so big because I don't think he can win the fight right now.
Okay,
He's gonna get cleaned up by TheRapl.
a nice surround here from TheRapl. Yeah, I think this is a very tough situation for Suppe here. He cannot escape this. He doesn't have mobility. The trolls and the throwing axemen die to those raiders and those Valkyries very easily.
Yeah.
I don't think we are for a late game here.
I'm afraid we're not Rebel. Raven, I'm afraid we're not.
don't mess with it. Don't worry.
You have the same level, right? So I can just go through.
Okay, but Suppe is continuously stacking trolls. I mean, if all the trolls were in one spot, like 6 trolls or 7 trolls, or I think this was the number, the total number for now. For
You probably made like 5 or 6.
5, yeah, he's making the 6th now. Yeah, 5 trolls stuck together, it's a pretty good force.
Yeah.
2 more villagers down for Suppe, the ox cart probably, never mind.
So 29 villagers versus 38. Almost 10 villagers difference.
And we have a nice raid here on the back. Aurora Borealis also comes through for TheRapl. Now those Valkyries are really tough to die. And Suppe doesn't even have medium cavalry.
He doesn't. I don't see how we can deal with the Valkyries. They are so fast, they are so strong. Shield Maiden, yeah, they are really good.
Yeah, also some Shield Maiden Valkyries are attacking now the gold mine along with some raiders. Look at the speed of those fellas. 632 for the Valkyrie, 660 for the raiders.
It's very nice. Dwarves dying everywhere. Oh, 25 villagers. That is not good. That is not good.
Yeah, on the other side, TheRapl is switching to throwing axemen, but Suppe on the other side has some trolls and some ulsarks, and now they are medium. Now, what do you think TheRapl has to do right now besides going heroic? What else he needs to do?
Upgrade his throwing X-Men to medium. I think that's important because Suppe is going for the ulsarks. So you need throwing X-Men, and you're gonna need a little bit of Hersier as well. And as TheRapl, I think it's very important that you keep pressure on the food and keep pressure on the gold.
Yeah, we have even more raiders going in the back. All the food from Suppe is gonna die. Well, nearly, but never mind. They just said that our pathing is not gonna be good, so TheRapl can kill us.
TheRapl does have 70 villagers in the front though, so if Suppe goes for a very lucky raid, he might actually find them and kill all of it.
Tough because Suppe right now has just 69 population. He doesn't have the army to chase around the army of TheRapl and raid at the same time. Another troll down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one lone troll in the middle of the map. And now we will have a big fight probably.
Yeah, this is gonna be cleaned up. The throwing X-Men, they are so strong versus the Ulsarks. The Ulsarks are generally very weak units in fighting, so.
We see Mithril Breastplate from Suppe, but I think it's a little bit too little too late right now.
Yeah, for sure. The Ulsarks are already there.
There we go.
Yeah, well played by TheRapl. He didn't make a single mistake in those kind of games. It was very clean.
Yep, very clean play. I think TheRapl told me like when you see from the Greek in the first game, when you see a second Minotaur, you always suspect that he will be way too late to go heroic. So you need to go for a semi-fast heroic at the very least. Here I think by going for Seti, it was a mistake. I think Freya would be better. I think we should have a RC against RC battle and not what we just witnessed.
I think Forseti is actually good in this kind of matchup, but the thing is, when you go for Forseti play, you want to force a big fight in the middle. Like, you want to create a death ball and then just push forward. It's very hard to do that in a map like this, when there's a background gold mine and there's hunt basically everywhere. So, I agree. On a map like this, I wouldn't go for Forseti. I would prefer to go for Freya. But on many other maps, there's, for example, more forward gold mine for the only player. In those kind of situations, I think it's better to go for Seti, just because you can make like 5 or 6 trolls and just protect those guys, and they will carry you through the classical age.
I think for Seti, like how Suppe played this game, I think it's better on closed maps and not open maps. I mean, yeah, Forseti gives you the Hall of Thanes for your hearses, but in a Thor against Odin, you probably want to go heroic, get your eco set up, because your eco eventually will be better than Odin's. So
Yeah.
I think with the trolls he can defend whatever area he may want. On the other side, Odin cannot really do much against trolls in classical age.
True.
So
True.
yeah, I think it was a slight mistake from Suppe for going for Seti and not Freya.
Yeah, I think there are different ways to play, but it turns out that this one wasn't good for this map, apparently. So Rev and TheRapl would like to join the call. Shall we invite him and let's congratulate him with the victory?
For sure. Let's get him here. Let me add him. Okay, there we go.
Hola.
We're waiting, Mr. TheRapl. There we
Yo,
go.
TheRapl.
Hey guys, hey.
Hey, congrats on the victory.
Thank you. It's just a group stage match. It's nothing too important, but it's important for me to get the points, to get a good seed and qualify for the single elimination. And I wanted to thank you for casting the games.
Yes, of course. And you sound really chill, but winning versus Suppe 2-0 pretty convincingly. I think it's something you can be proud of, even though it is a group stage match and maybe you didn't play the main civilizations, but still, a win is a win, and you played pretty clean.
Yeah, a win is a win, I agree, and thank you.
So one of the things we were talking about, TheRapl, was the choice of Forseti. So Suppe went for Forseti in the last game. What do you think about that decision?
Forseti is quite strong, I would say. The best minor god of the classical age that all Norse gods have, I would say. And Suppe wanted me to fall to his trap, which was to take straight fights against Forseti, play the rush game. No, I thought that Suppe wanted me to play this kind of game, which would end me up losing. So I went for the Freya game. I went for the raiding all around. I knew since he built in the middle and he doesn't have access to the Valkyries, his army is quite slow and the map is open. So I can utilize my speed of my units, take Thunder and Hoovis, raid him all around. And then after his economy is weak, then take a big fight and finish the game in the middle.
Yeah, that was pretty well done. So during the game, Raven and I were looking at the Valkyrie speed and the Thundering Hooves raiders, and we pointed out exactly what you're telling right now. Suppe wasn't able to follow your army, so you could just pick a villager, run away, pick a villager, run away, and it was very satisfying to look at it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the hit and run style, like winning the game without taking fights. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. All right. So and about the first game, can you tell us a little bit about what happened from your point of view?
From my point of view, I always make a plan depending on how my play and how my opponent play style is. And I saw Suppe with Zeus. I'm like, it's Suppe. He doesn't have the APM to play with centaurs. I know what to expect. I'm expecting an Athena rush. But what also do I know about Suppe? He loves his myth units. So I knew he was gonna go. I knew straight away he was gonna go for a double Minotaur rush, which can be easily countered by a defensive style. So again, I was about to fall to Suppe's trap, which was to classical fight. And if you classical fight against double Minotaur, you will most probably lose the game as the Odin player. Because you know the Odin doesn't have access to Forseti. So instead of classical fighting, I set up the wall chips, the houses around the towers, I played defensively. And since your opponent, you know he's going for a second Minotaur, you know he's gonna stack in the classical age, he will not get easily his heroic age to make Hypaspist to counter your Haskell's. And as I always do, a little trick, I always use my Ravens to see which side my opponent's army is. So while I'm advancing to the heroic age and I have my throwing axemen waiting in my main base, thinking where I'm going to drop my hill fort, I use my Ravens to see where my opponent's army is. And at this point I saw Suppe was on the left side with one of my Ravens. He didn't see my Raven. I was hiding it nice. So I went straight away and I built a hill fort on the right side. And I managed to get it up without using Frost. That was a huge win for me.
I think that's pretty important. And when the Hillfort was up, from that point, Suppe is behind. So he had to go for the all-in strategy, which didn't work, obviously, because you had Frost. And from that point, it was kind of over.
Exactly.
Alright, nice. So what are we gonna do now, boys? Are we gonna play a game or gonna chill?
I'm gonna chill. We could play like a team game if we find anything.
That would be good, obviously. Or I can also play 1v1 versus Raven.
No,
Ooh.
no.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
should happen. No fear, Raven.
legit speaking, I was in house like 5 minutes before I start streaming. You can see my hair still like messy from the shower. So I really need to eat. But if you guys want to see that, we can arrange that for tomorrow. That I will be home. I will be home tomorrow. If you want to arrange 1v1, I can do it. Don't worry.
I'm not really sure if I'm there tomorrow, but yeah, I'll accept your excuse and you're free to go.
Well, okay. I will also rate you, Mr. Count. So, guys, thank you so much for watching from my point of view. TheRapl, congrats on the victory, and see you probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Thanks, Raven, for being here. It was fun.
Thank you, man. See you around. I will see you on your stream.
Alright, boys.
Alright,
See ya.
see you guys. Bye-bye.
If you like the content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, I stream often on Twitch, so be sure to follow there. If you like the content even more, subscribe. As always, stay awesome, guys. See you on Twitch.